Well, we're halfway through the week now, and things are maybe not easier, but maybe a little bit more manageable. I just released the video yesterday, the newest video that I've like fully edited and stuff about the tennis ball. I was really happy with how that turned out. Really proud of that. Um, I had that, and then on top of that, I finished a bunch of projects I had this week. I still have a bunch of writing assignments and different stuff, but overall, the grind is moving. I don't know if I talked about it in near the beginning of the week, but the grind was definitely setting in. And yesterday was like a snow day, so everything was remote work. So I really just in my dorm room had to push as much energy into everything that I had. Uh, but I'm happy with how I'm moving forward, and uh, I'm happy because with the snow day I wasn't able to lift, so now I'm actually back at it again. Today is target muscles day, a small little day before class, but I'm gonna go ahead and start the workout strong because we're moving forward with farmers walks. Farmers walks have always been 35 for a while now, but I've been able to handle that. So now we're moving on to full plates, each hand just trying to hold out for as much as possible. And I'm definitely going to drop it a lot, and it's definitely going to be shaky, but we're going to have to see how much I can manage, see how much my body can hold out. And it's definitely going to be a shock to the muscle with the new weight, but um, I'll go ahead, test that out, and tell you guys how it goes. Okay, the 45 of these monstrous beasts right here. They are freaking conquered. Let me counterbalance this little microphone. I went around all 3 times, but I dropped it once on the first 2 sets at like a little over halfway, and then I dropped it twice on the last set. That's probably why my arm isn't stable. My forearms are really pumped up. It's kind of hard to see in this dim morning lighting, but definitely proud of how things went with farmers walks today. Now I'm gonna go ahead and transition onto some shoulder work and try to hit the rest of the workout as best as possible. Well, ladies and gentlefolk, I am moving up actually in shoulder press. Not shoulder press. Lateral raises, cable lateral raises, because I was like looking at my app and it said 20.5 for 10, but it didn't say anything about 22.5, but it didn't say anything about any weight increase. Like normally I put notes in my tracking app. I'll be like, oh, we need this many workouts until we do an increase. Oh, we need this many workouts until da 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 da. But that hasn't, I don't know, it was just blank, which I don't really like to keep it blank. I like to explain a little bit unless I'm too lazy. And when I'm lazy, it backfires on me. I mean, it just is confusing. So I'm going to hit 22.5 for the first set of lateral races and try to like keep as controlled reps as possible. And then I might try to transition either the same or maybe move it down slightly, go back to 20.5, but I don't see why I couldn't do 22.5. I think I've managed 20.5 effectively, but we'll just have to see. Just make sure my stance is right, and let's go. All right, that was 7. 3 more. All right, good work on that right hand. Now let's shift over to the left. Okay, 3 more, 3 more. Easy does it. Okay, Definitely felt locking in on that one. 22.5, definitely doable. Okay, pushing forward semi-quickly. Gonna go ahead and knock out a couple more reps of 22.5 and really try to maximize that top of the rep where I'm just like completely parallel. That's what I'm wanting. I'm wanting full parallel. Three more. I felt like my hips were trying to cheat. I'm not letting that happen. One more. Okay, that was definitely the parallel to the top of that parallel. And the seventh one felt like it was the top. It was like on the top of that string. I need three more. Okay, definitely need to check the camera on depth after I'm done with all three of these sets, see if I'm hitting it fully or not, but it felt good. You know, speaking kind of a feeling, there's something to like judging your workouts based on feeling. And I guess that's like the eternal argument, right? So you have gym bros, you have ego lifting, you have all these different concepts of how working hard and doing a workout based on feeling and like isolating that muscle contraction and getting the pump basically, how that's better than a rigorous science-based structure. And science people, or science lifters, I guess more specifically, will argue like, you know, science is much more data-based, it's much more trackable, it's much less prone to injuries, it's much less prone to anything else. But then the people that do it based off feeling will argue like, you know, the pump is what invigorates you to pull in the gym. It's about the consistency and it's about the drive. And that's not ignited when everything is scientific, when everything's like one step at a time. It doesn't feel worth it. It doesn't really feel like, it feels like you're systematically working through this thing that's supposed to be like fun and provide you a bunch of like comfort and I guess release. And when you're doing things in such a structured thing that doesn't, like you can scientifically shock the muscle or do different like weightlifting terms, but there's not as much enjoyment. It's like eating like a giant like, I guess, thing of like food, but then you look at all the nutrition facts and different stuff and then it breaks down very simply like the nutrients are in it, but you're disregarding like the whole food you're eating. Like if you're eating whole like normal foods like fruits and vegetables and good amounts of, you know, healthy carbs and meats and stuff, then then it feels right, you know. It feels like if you're eating food for food, that works. But then if you're looking at the nutrition facts, you see all these additives, all these different things. Some things that you think are one ingredient are like the multi-ingredient things. It really is just kind of like an individual argument that feeling might be better than science stuff, but science stuff is easier to track, and if you follow science-based lifting things, you are more rather to get hurt. So the middle ground is what you're looking for, at least in my opinion, when you're trying out different variations of lifting. But regardless of that, I'm going to go ahead and get into this last set. body was getting pulled on that. I'm not sure if that was 9 or 8, but I'm gonna do two more regardless. Whew. All right, definitely like that one. Last 10. Whew, four more. All right, we got one more. Okay. It's time to call it on lateral raises. Well, I'm not really giving myself much of a break in between the different shoulder work, but I'm going ahead and moving on to shoulder press because, I don't know, the benches were all laid out and the adjustable benches were all laid out, and it seemed like the most natural part of everything to do. Okay, that's not going to get in the way of the camera. Yeah, I got 45 for 12, which I've been doing for a while now, so I think like before the increase, it'll be good to do these, and it'll also help me gauge like my back isn't engaged on these workouts, but sometimes like it curves forward, so it's going to help me keep my back flat as possible while I'm working on this. So 45 for 12, it seems manageable for 3 sets. We're all stretched out, things are firing, things are moving, so why not keep the shoulders engaged? First set, definitely felt in control of everything. I don't know if that's how it turned out on camera, but it's definitely how it felt. Okay, next 12. I'm gonna try to make it clockwork just like before. I'm honestly not too worried. That first set went better than expected. I don't foresee any like major problems with shoulder press, even with built-up fatigue. I had some water and everything, so I think I'm ready to go. All right, really good movement on that second set. Tried to arm myself with that explosiveness, and I really think it paid off. All right, everyone, last set. Shoulders are severely pumped up. So this last set relies on harnessing both explosiveness and pulling out all my oxygen. So really focusing on the breathing in on the way down, pushing out on the way up. Definitely gonna lose a lot of breath on this last set. I'm freaking counting on it, but that's what makes us all good. Hopefully my stop don't notice won't be too in the way. but that lactic acid buildup is very, very strong. It's all right. We can get it handled. Alright, that's an explosive final 10th rep. That's what you love to see. The shoulders are definitely growing from that one. Okay, moving very quickly from shoulders to back. This is going to be the tester for sure. We got 160 for this, but my back, if you remember, was the part that got most injured. So I'm really focusing on like not hurting that. It's going to be not like a struggle, but it's going to be really something I'm going to have to watch as I'm doing back extension. I'm a little bit out of breath from the difficulty of that shoulder press, but that's good. I like difficult movements like that, especially scattered in with some weight increases where I can be a little bit more haphazard because I'm just trying to get used to stuff, like with farmer's walks at the beginning of the workout. Okay. Now I think I'll go ahead and just try this though, and just judge it very carefully. I'm gonna hold this. Okay, all 12 reps. Not half bad, not half bad. I'll take it like that. Okay, definitely think back extension is strong, so safe to say that in 2 days once I hit back and biceps, I'm not worried about it. It'll definitely be a Friday part of the movement, but I don't know. Starting off Friday with a good movement like that will be good, and then I'm gonna hit chest and triceps tomorrow for sure. But not looking into the future, looking right now. It's back time. I forgot to hold this. All right, 12 reps with that. I think just working on one more part of that will make it good. Last set of this. I feel like I've completely caught my breath from the massive push that is shoulder press. So maybe I'll need to lose it again if I'm able to get to decline crunches, but definitely am needing a time check at the end of this to see how far I've gone, to see if I'll be late for class or not, which definitely don't want to do that. I have a quiz today that I need to be working on, so last set of this. Okay, 12 full reps. I got a time check and see how we're doing so far. Okay, so we definitely, indeed, did run out of time to do decline crunches, but that's okay. I'll probably want to come back and hit them later if possible. I don't know how possible that's going to be with all my homework and stuff, but I definitely want to try and hit them later, and then maybe I'll throw in like a time lapse abs or something, or ab roller. I mean, ab roller is what is what I have at my dorm. It's what I can do without like heading to the gym. So abs are abs. I mean, the abs I had from my cut, I don't even want to lift my shirt up because like they're probably not the same. There's probably a good layer of like, let's just say filling. Treat it like a cake. Say like that something is good, but in reality, it's probably just a thin layer of cellulose. A thin, is that what fat is? Cellulite? Maybe cellulite is, no wait, cellulite, is that what women, this is how you know that I don't know biology. I just start spitting off random facts. This is like that science-based thing I was saying earlier, where I have to operate in the middle. I don't understand science. I don't necessarily like science. A layer of fat. Let's just make it simple, easy for people to understand. There's probably a thin layer of fat above the abs, but that's okay. I definitely want to get them to a point where they were before, but having the extra body weight to push me forward, having the extra body weight that I'm naturally turning like into muscle and into like workable body weight is what I want, because I feel like I'm a little bit bigger, at least muscle mass wise, than I was on the cut. Because the cut overall, I gained like, it was 5 pounds of lean mass from November of 2023 to November of 2024. But that leaves behind like this crucial element of how much muscle did I not gain by not being, on a prolonged bulk? How much did the cut in terms of muscle? Now I did it very slowly, so it should maintain the muscle. Cuts are meant to be as slow as I took it, but at the same time I was rigorous at the end. So did I lose any? Did I gain any? I mean, I don't have the measurements exactly. I don't have the means to find measurements like that, but overall, my body composition is a lot different than it has been, but I think it's pushing me in the right direction. It's helping me with squat. With bench, I need to transition some more to my chest, and also need to get my arms more used to things. But like, look at the veins there. That's how you know that the forearm pumps are getting stronger. I mean, my shoulders themselves, they're getting a little bit more definition. I don't really know how to flex shoulders adequately, but like, you can see the different top parts and different stuff are improving. The hammer curls are improving like the different parts of my bicep. I'm just gaining more muscle mass overall, and I'm very happy. I'm very thankful for that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me flip this camera around real quick. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate the support. Really appreciate everything so far, and I'm going to keep grinding this week, putting in as much effort as possible, and I hope you guys will continue to stay with me and continue grinding yourselves, because I know that you are. I know that you're killing it, and I want you to keep killing it, just like I'm doing. Let's put our grind in this week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.